Alright. Take two, take two, take two. Hold on a second, Let me get this all right. Sorry about that. Oh, let me get it right. Technology, man. It's tough. Tough being one man sometimes. It's tough. Let's see. There we go. Think we got everything going. Give me a second. We're going to try this again. Hopefully the second time is a charm. That's what I'm hoping for. Give me a second, guys. I apologize. It's take two. I know everybody's up pretty late, but hopefully this will work this time. So give me just a second and we'll go ahead and get into this broadcast as I try to get this right the second time. You know, the funny thing is I was over in Europe and London and had a pretty good time with all this stuff working. Get back here in the States and it wants to start acting up on me. So give me just a second to make sure that everything is up and running. And then when I do, I will do as always and get into some Carolina Panthers news and coverage. Alright. I think we're live. Actually, I know we're live. I'm just waiting for my connections to come on up and then we'll go ahead and get into it. One second. It's always a chore, man. The more you try to do, the more you run into situations. But we shall overcome. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media covering the Carolina Panthers, back in the United States after being in the United Kingdom, London to be exact, over there in Europe. Man, that was a great time being over there. It was everything that I thought it would be and more. It was, as with anything that you're like a member of, and I say member of, being a Carolina Panthers fan that is, it was so cool to be over in London and see so many people from the Carolina wearing the black and blue. And the most phenomenal experience, you may have heard me touch on this before, was myself being recognized while I was over there, even by people that are international fans of the Carolina Panthers that wasn't from Charlotte that was over there. That was pretty cool. Just seeing the whole town and city of London, that was pretty cool as well. And then just even coming back from London at the airport, I'm seeing Panthers fans. Everybody was just so nice, and that was so cool. But even coming back, the plane ride back to Charlotte from London was cool in that I was on the same plane as Rivera's wife and his daughter. So that was cool. And even more cool was once we got back to Charlotte, I got to see Rivera at the airport as he was waiting for his wife, I guess, to take her home. You know, I always like to be very real with you guys and not hide how much I love my job and how much fun it is. It was like a moment when I saw Rivera, like, oh, so you come and pick up your wife? I guess, I don't know, just kind of thinking he has some car or somebody else come to get her. But, you know, kudos to Ron for being the guy who picks up his wife once she gets back from flying to back to Charlotte from being in London. So, nevertheless, we're going to go ahead and get into these topics that I want to cover today. And they are, let me get to my magic sheet. Hopefully this connection won't go out. I think we'll make it through it tonight. So it's a few different topics I want to talk about tonight. This is my day after thoughts, which I couldn't do on Monday because I was still getting back from London. So I couldn't do it yesterday and definitely was tired yesterday. So nevertheless, day after thoughts, I always like to go a little bit more in depth on the previous day's game. In this case, 2 days ago game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Carolina Panthers. A few things we're going to go over are, number one, I've been talking about CMC's touches. I'm going to talk about that. And then as you also see in the title, defense wins championships. So I'm going to talk about that, as well as talk about McCloud, who was waived today, as well as the return of Cam Newton. In no particular order, I'm going to go through those things. And invite you, if you left comments in the last video, sorry about it, I had to delete that video, trash, threw it out. But we're back. Leave your comments. I like to go over my spiel first, and then I'll integrate everybody's comments into this, because I'm a man of people. I work for you guys, so I gotta get through your questions as well. And if I don't get to your question, nothing personal. I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna try. All right. So let me first go ahead and talk about Christian McCaffrey and his number of touches. Something that's been talked about all season, especially since this guy's been so exceptional, looking to be an MVP candidate for the league. And this past week in London, Christian McCaffrey had 22 carries and 4 receptions. So he was at 26 touches. Targeted 27 times, kind of, sort of, technically. And here's what I'm starting to see, maybe, hopefully, and I'm liking it, is that DJ Moore and Curtis Samuels are starting to get more targets than Christian McCaffrey, which, thank you, North Turner. That is all that I wanted. I kind of don't mind whether he gets 40 carries or gets 20 carries. I just have not been a fan of him taking away touches, targets, from what I feel like is a very, very good, still developing, young wide receiver bunch. And the passion for it comes in that, go ahead and get these guys their confidence built, get them feeling great. I mean, I interviewed these guys purposely asking them, hey, what do you like best? Do you like yards after the catch, or do you like getting a big catch? These guys love yards after the catch. They're physical runners. So I know Christian McCaffrey has a lot to offer in how physical he is, but so can you do creative plays to get DJ Moore and Curtis Samuels short passes to help out if you need to, either a pass rush that's getting to Kyle Allen, or to just help out the guy who was fumbling a lot. And I felt like I saw North Turner getting those guys the ball involved. I think Curtis Samuel had some rushes. How many rushes did Curtis Samuel had? I know he scored a touchdown on one. Let me just quickly scroll up. Yeah, Curtis had one carry, and DJ Moore had 1 carry. So I won't beat the horse dead or whatever. I don't think that's right. If I say anything crazy tonight, I'm just going to blame it on jet lag. So hats off to North Turner for getting those other guys involved. I like to see that. Let me continue on. All right, let me make sure I bring up everybody's comments here so I can not skip over that important fact of everybody who's engaged with me tonight. Sorry about that little slight echo you guys would have just heard. So let me give some shout outs here since I messed up. What's up, Cam? What's up, Antoine Pearson? My man, Shakid. Man, I enjoyed your song. I can't typically ask too many personal things, but I appreciate your song, Shakid. Antoine, how do you feel this Cam Kyle? So I'm going to get into that. Third Time Fuller, what's up? Locksbane, what's up? Bye bye Ray. Defense is indeed terrified of Christian McCaffrey. Hey, I'm not going to talk about your song too much, man, because it got stuck into my head. We will give the 49ers the first. All right, so we got some good comments coming in there, which I appreciate. Man, my devices just aren't working properly here at the moment. But nevertheless, I figured out a way to go live. So we're gonna go ahead and make it on through this. Next topic of discussion: defense wins championships, right? I our defense is playing the way that we all were excited about them being able to play with these acquisitions of Brian Burns as a draft choice. I keep messing up my guy's name because I messed up in the video. I can see his face. So I'm going to have to come back to him. And Gerald McCoy and all these other guys just playing really good. F.A. Abada, Vernon Butler seeming to be coming around. And the thing that you just want to see this team, I think as a fan, and I don't mind talking to you guys as a fan, that you can appreciate, is you just want to have a team that you feel like can win any given Sunday. It doesn't matter if they go undefeated, it doesn't matter if they go 8-8, but you just want to feel like these guys can compete every single week. And we finally in the sense that it seemed like it took forever, but I guess technically it didn't take that long because we've now won 4 games in a row. But I feel like we had a team that you feel like any Sunday we can win. And I know somebody just left a comment about the San Francisco game coming up. Yeah, I feel like, hey, I don't feel like that's going to be a tall task. I feel like it's a capable task that we have because we have a defense that can play very well. We have an offense that can play very well. And we have special teams that can play very well. And that's the great thing about this team right now is they're extremely well balanced. Now, I know last week we still did have some problems on special teams, but we also had some positives on special teams with some recovery. So let me just speak about the defense part. And Brian Burns, I know he's just a rookie, but I spoke to him. He said, yeah, defense wins championships. And they're still getting better, still getting more acclimated with one another. But just from this past Sunday, let's point out a few things. 7 sacks. 7 sacks. I believe we're averaging about 7 sacks a game here during this win streak. Houston, Arizona, did we have that many? But anyway, definitely these past 3 games. Anyway, 7 sacks. 2.5 by Gerald McCoy, 2 by Vernon Butler, 1.5 by some other guys, right? So that's outstanding. You're definitely giving yourself a chance to win. And then the other thing is you had 7 takeaways. 7 takeaways. So you had 5 interceptions, which is incredible. And then you had 2 fumble recoveries. So that's just flat out 14 negative plays for the other team. 14. You give yourself a chance to win. Any time that you can do that, you give yourself a chance to win. Hats off to Tampa Bay. They shut down Christian McCaffrey. But otherwise, when we distributed the ball and had to go to a passing, we were successful and able to be efficient and move along that. So I just want to give hats off to the defense as well as to the fact that this team is definitely a well-rounded team which you feel like can give yourself a chance to compete in any given week. Now, on to a broader topic of Ray McCloud, who, you love his name, good old Ray. You love his big old afro. And man, Twitter on Sunday got real active when Ray dropped the punt. People saying that he is now a member of the Tampa Bay Bucs. And they were saying this on, man, do I not have every issue in the world going wrong tonight? So that light, let me see if I can fix that super quick. Hold on a second, guys. I'm coming back if you're still watching. Don't go away. I promise I'm going to fix what you're seeing in just a second. The funds of live TV, the funds of live TV. And it's late, but I'm up. Almost done getting this fixed. I know you can hear me, but can't see me. You will be able to see me in just a second. And another second. Flat out. Nevertheless, I'm back. I don't even know what I was talking about. But the defense is playing good, wins championships. Next up is San Francisco 49ers. I feel really good about that. And, Ron Rivera touched on this. A few things that he feels being key for that defense. One is just them having time to continue to gel. And also gives credit to the fact that they looked at players that can play multiple positions. So they're able to give offenses so many different looks, not only from 3-4, 4-3, but as they move around through those different positions. He's talked about how Mario Addison can be on the outside, can be on the inside. They got guys that they can move all around and give them an opportunity to leverage each person's skill set for each particular scheme that they want to do at that time. So let me go back and give some more shout outs. We'll make sure I'm going through all these questions. You know what I hadn't talked about? And I kind of feel awkward talking about it because I've had some problems. But I'm on the verge of getting to 4,000 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed and you're still watching, please consider doing so. And if you have already subscribed and you want to continue to support, please go ahead and take a moment right now. Find it on your phone, find it on your computer, hit that like button. As that'll help other people find out about me. And I would appreciate you in doing so. Also, I'm 100% independent media supported by you guys out there. So anytime that you're able to donate is greatly appreciated. Whether it's $1, and I literally mean that, to whatever you want to do is greatly appreciated. Links are in the description to do that. So, continuing on. Tyrone Green had mentioned that he will give the 49ers their first loss of the season. I think that is very possible. Antoine Pearson, should we bring back Terry Godwin? So, Rivera mentioned today that because of the bye week, they have plenty of time to think about what they want to do with that extra position and who they want to fill in the spot. Obviously, you got Curtis Samuel and you got DJ Moore, which would be capable people, as well as, I believe, Zystra. I almost got his name right, but as well as Brandon as a possible person. And, they said they may want to use that position at a different spot. So it may not be a wide receiver that they bring in and activate. So, again, they're going to take their time because they got the bye week and decide on what player they want to bring back. But Godwin would not be a bad choice at all. All right, B. Evans, thank you for checking in. How great is the offensive line? Our offensive line is pretty good. It's been holding up. They've had their moments kind of going up and down, but I feel like you can definitely say that they're improving, and hopefully they'll continue to improve. And if they can get pretty solid to give Kyle protection, not only do good run block for Christian, but also do good pass block for Kyle Allen, that would be huge. That would be huge. Panthers are a very dangerous team. At 4-2, they had a formula to become a serious Super Bowl contender. Absolutely. That's where I went for that Super Bowl contender and talked about them being a well-balanced team. That's what you need, because if it's always you heavily rely on your defense and you don't have much on offense, then you're just going to have more times that you're going to lose battles than not. It's just, redundancy. How complete can you be? With what we have right now, you certainly feel like both sides play well, you're absolutely going to win. One side plays well, you still have a 50-50 chance of winning because you got a defense that can play well and you got an offense that can play well. So, and then we got some really talented individuals on both sides of that. So I like where we are right now as a team. And also, let me go back to talking about Ray McCloud. I think that's where I kind of got distracted. So Ray McCloud was released today because of his risk. He had 2 fumbles first time against Tampa, had one the other day, and they let him go. And I was kind of like, wow. I actually felt like it was kind of quick. I felt like he would still have one more opportunity or some more opportunities. No, I'm going to backtrack. I didn't see it coming. I felt like he might lose his job. I didn't feel like he would be waived just yet, because I know they brought in another returner to kind of be the short man instead of having that guy run back. And I learned today on Twitter that today was Ray's birthday. So it's like, wow, they waived the guy on his birthday when they could have did it on another day. So to me, that tells, I like the move because he was struggling, even though it was unexpected for me. I like the move. And then let me transition into this Cam Newton thing. That move today also made me think about the fact that Marty Hurney continues to, his second stint with the team. And in any business, and we thankfully forget that football is a business because we're just fans. It's just entertainment for us. But it is a business. And if the more that you run it by like a business and you remove the emotional attachment, the better you're typically able to be. And some people don't like that, obviously, if you're on the receiving end and you get fired. But for the success of your business / organization, it's a good thing. So you in releasing Ray today, I thought about, okay, well, what's going to happen with Cam Newton? A very, very hot topic. Cam Newton, what's going to happen with Cam? And a lot of it you just don't know until he becomes back active, which routes that we can go. But I feel like that if Kyle Allen does what he has been doing, that there is a very fair possibility that Cam will not be our starter going forward. I'm not cheering for it, but I just feel like it's a very realistic possibility that you look at a few things. I feel like they want Cam to take his time coming back for multiple reasons, right? They want Cam to take his time coming back. So number one, he's healthy and he can really help this team win a Super Bowl. Like, just get yourself healed and you got somebody that's capable to give you that time to heal. So that's one thing. But the other part of it is, and think about this. I don't think anybody's talked about it from this standpoint. But think about it. Once Cam is back and he's absolutely at 100%, and he comes back and he doesn't perform as well as you needed him to or you expected him to, then you have, then you're more inclined to go ahead and release him. And when you make that evaluation to do so, you can say, hey, we gave this guy time to heal. He came back. He didn't do well. Let's go ahead and release him and keep Kyle Allen, and then just even start looking at the salary cap implications that you have from letting go of Cam and retaining Kyle Allen. Certainly he's going to warrant a new contract and more money, but you're going to have him for years to come at a whole lot cheaper rate than you're going to have Cam. And you can still, in 3 years, 4 years, start again looking for your next big time franchise quarterback. But for now, it does really seem like Kyle Allen is certainly capable of being a quality starter in the NFL that could help this team. And he has exceptional athletes at his disposal at the skill position. Now, when Cam first came to us, we didn't have so many skilled players on the team. Now, we had very good players on our running back position. We had a good player on the wide receiver, but you didn't have the dynamic of players that we have. That really all of these guys, Christian, DJ, and Curtis all have played running back. Anyway, so that's a little bit long thought on the move with Ray McCloud, and I think that wraps me up. So for all those that are curious, the team will have practice tomorrow, and after tomorrow they'll be off for the rest of the week. So news may be a little bit slow for the rest of the week, but again, questions, let me know. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I read back through the rest of these comments and get my butt in bed, man, because I don't want that jet lag to hit me again. I need to go ahead and get acclimated back with this East Coast time zone. 8 against the Cardinals. Yeah, appreciate the facts there. So yeah, we're averaging quite a few sacks. Just happened to get on YouTube and see the notification. You don't have the notifications turned on, Locks? So, for those who may not know, if you subscribe, you no longer get notifications. So, if you want to make sure you can participate in the live videos, which I do a lot, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notifications. That way you know. Cam feels like he needs to... Man, I think I just lost my spot. Sorry about that. Lost my spot. Bring back good one or the other punt returner we had in the preseason. I think it was Rashad Johnson. So yeah, I talked about that. Jones or something. Rashawn Ross. 5-2. Burns will be better than Von Miller. Okay. All right, here we go. Is Cam healthy, or is he rushing back because he might lose his job? So Cam isn't rushing back by any means. I mean, if he was rushing back, he would have been back by now. Cam says he's going to wait till he's 100%. Coach Rivera is urging him to take his time and wait till he's 100%. So I feel like Cam is not, it's pretty obvious that Cam's not going to come back until he's 100%. Cam needs to feel like he proved himself to the fans. Yeah, I'm sure he wants to, but I don't know how much I believe that he'll have the opportunity. I just don't know if he'll be able to take advantage of the opportunity and save himself if certain things happen. But the last year of his contract is next year, so he probably wants to ball out and get re-signed. Yeah, I agree that, I mean, there's no doubt, and my comments weren't saying what's going to happen. My comments are more so from a business standpoint, how they're managing the team, how, you know, Marty Hurney's really responsible for whether or not Cam is going to be around or not. I'm not saying what Cam wants. I'm just talking about what is, I feel could happen from a team management standpoint. It has nothing to do with what a player wants as far as what a player gets. And so I feel like Marty Hurney has a very, very business-minded mindset as he's managing this team. And if Cam comes back, is 100%, doesn't do as he needs him to do, it's going to be like, hey, let's go ahead and get rid of this guy because we can go ahead, keep Kyle Allen, have a lot more money that we're saving, and still bring in some other good people and take care of some other good people and continue to ride this thing out for the next however many years until they still, you know, be on the lookout for the next franchise quarterback. But I think with Kyle Allen, you don't have to rush and try to get anything else in there for this team to be successful. I'll make Cam get at least 2 good weeks of practice before he hits the field. Yeah, that's quite possible that would happen. Like I said, I believe that they're going to take their time. They're going to make sure he's 100% because they're going to feel like there's absolutely no need to rush Cam back in any other way than taking their time. And then when they do that, they're also going to be, I believe, brutal in their evaluation because they're going to say, hey, we took our time, didn't rush you back, let you be 100%, let you have your weeks of practice. Now, if you come out there in the game and you struggle, it's time for us to sit you down. Not to say that you're a bad quarterback, but we're winning. We like our jobs. We as in Marty Hurney. Marty Hurney works for David Tepper. David Tepper's here to make money. And I don't care if you love Cam or not. If we win a Super Bowl and Cam Newton is not at the quarterback position, is anybody really going to care? Nah, they're not. So just looking at it from that perspective. Yeah, BF, happy birthday, you're fired. Yeah. And I think that everybody, I won't say everybody, I think a lot of people that go to talk about this Cam Newton, Kyle Allen thing understands that it's not that you're saying that Kyle Allen is better than Cam Newton and your evaluation of things, but it's just saying a healthy Kyle Allen is being better than a hobbled Cam Newton by far. And if a healthy Cam Newton returns, then that's when we have some other different decisions to make. But right now, you got to be perfectly happy with things. Tyrone Green, we've seen enough of Cam, 9 seasons of ups and downs. I truly believe it's time he'd be released. Case in point, we had 7 turnovers and won by 11. I think I'm missing your point there, B. Evans. Sounds like it's something valid, but I think I'm missing the full thing. Stop this, it's the defense, because if Kyle sucked, the defense wouldn't matter. Hey, Lots, can you comment a little bit further? I don't think I got the full thing that you're saying there. Stop this, it's the defense. If Kyle sucked, the defense wouldn't matter. I mean, certainly if Kyle sucked, it'll make it tougher, but the defense... The defense could still be taking care of us, man, because you got Christian McCaffrey that you could just hand the ball off to 50 million times. So, I mean, Kyle sucked in the sense of not, incompletions and accuracies. I think you could still be fine with a strong defense. Now, if Kyle starts being turnover king, that kind of sucking, then yeah, I don't think any kind of defense could overcome that. A 100% healthy Cam equals a 6-0 Panthers. Cam won't be 100% this year. For me, I'm still for Newton. Newton is the reason I got into football. If he goes, I'm sad. Yeah, Styles Taylor. I don't think you could just say, like, I want Newton to play. I mean, like, I'm for Newton in the sense, like, he needs to be the starter. I think you could cheer for Cam to get back and get healthy. Absolutely cheer for him. But you can't just say he needs to be the starter because he was so good. Because right now, he's not capable of producing. Still be a fan. Still cheer for the guy to get 100% and give himself a chance. Absolutely. You guys throw me off with some of your names and icons. So somebody has a Brian Burns looking picture on here as they're talking. Give me just a second. I know I look distracted here. I actually am a little bit distracted. Yeah, I know I'm tired because I keep doing this a lot, right? That's because I'm tired. So I'm about to go ahead and get off of here. It's 12 o'clock Eastern time, and I definitely need to keep up with my sleep patterns. Try to run through some things super quick, but before I do, again, appreciate everybody bearing with some of the technical difficulties that I've had and returning back to the United States. So I got some technical support calls and emails to make tomorrow to make sure I get things straight and keep things on par on a highly professional level. Love all the support that I have gotten from y'all and love the positive comments. If I ever see you out in the streets, please holler. I want to take a picture. I'm all for it. I know somebody had said they were on my plane and didn't want to ask for a picture, but hey, I'm just excited to meet you all, as you may be to see me. So I sincerely mean that. I am no longer in London. I am back in the States. So let me see if I can run through a few more. If there's some new questions out there. Cam leaves, I'll be pissed. Nothing wrong with being pissed if Cam leaves. This is Brandon from Panthers Authority. Hey, Panthers Authority is a real good Instagram account out there, guys. So if you haven't checked them out, check him out. But good to meet you, man. Rivera's good defensive. This defense is 10 times better than when Washington was the defensive coordinator. look for me. Yes, Kyle is great for us, but CMC is doing all of our work. Healthy Cam, I'll take any day. But if Kyle was throwing INTs and fumbling not accurate, the defense wouldn't matter because we would be bad on offense. Yeah. I don't care who's the quarterback as long as we win, right? Chris is 100% healthier. He is better than Kyle. Oh, phew. I'm going to say I appreciate you touting my athletic abilities, but quarterbacking isn't something that I'm too good at. All right. What time is practice? I'm not sure what time practice is tomorrow. We actually have not gotten that information from the team, but usually it's around lunchtime. So again, I'm going to go ahead and sign off extremely late. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. Make sure you have a good night. And any questions that I didn't answer, something that you want to talk about, just drop them in the comments.